In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Talk to me about that moment when you realize, like, all right, I have my team back into the game.
Yes, as we set out to do one day, unfortunately we got on 1-0 and we wasn't gonna give them. We wasn't gonna give them. And that was it. I think in all of it, I think we had something to prove as well because throughout we heard some speculation like we won a COVID Cup. When we won it back when after COVID,
Yes,
everyone was
yes.
saying COVID Cup. Let's see what they say about this one.
How rewarding is it a feeling for you and the youngsters, because you boast one of the youngest teams in the Premier League?
The youngest.
The youngest, yeah.
I'm probably the youngest in the world who have won championship. So what is happening is that why we feel, it's a vindication because people used to say young players can't win title. So this is our sixth semi-final in 6 years straight. We have been in every semi-final. This is our third final in 4 years, and we are a champion.
For me, mentally, I have to just push out the younger guys to go out there because it was a tough season for me with injury and stuff. So mentally, I am strong. So to help the younger players to go out there and show them that we can win a final, it's a good feeling. It's a good message to the league and everyone. The league has been doing good, putting on a good platform so we can play. So for a team, especially for young players, for a team like Cavaliers, we use a lot of young players. I think it's a good thing going forward for the league and for the club.
Talk to me about that moment when you realize, like, all right, I have my team back into the game.
Yes, as we set out to do one day, unfortunately we got on 1-0 and we wasn't gonna give them.
Turn on the mic, Sir Speed. You hearing me? John Peel, turn on the mic.
Yeah, man, I'm here. What's up, guys?
Alright.
Thanks for inviting me again, man.
Yeah, man. Add Sir Speed to the platform as well. Nice. Alright, welcome back to Cavaliers Football Channel and on Sports TV as well. Big up to everybody. Sir Speed is here. The gaffer, one more in the bag. I'm telling you, what a feeling at the National Stadium with the fans. Man, you guys did some wonderful work in terms of marketing. I'm telling you, before we reach to the football, Jamar Allen said, big up Speed. Speed is the boss. You understand me? It's a good feeling seeing Cavaliers winning again. What's that? 6 semi-final, 3 finals.
Yeah, in the last 6 years, 6 semi-final, 3 finals.
Yes, wonderful, wonderful history so far. And I keep reminding the Mount Pleasant people, say, go back and look at history, because Cavaliers, Cavaliers always beating you guys. And I don't know how them pass and place this time around, but, it's the nature of the game. So, Sir Speed, what do you think about the atmosphere at the stadium? You're surprised the amount of fans came out?
Yeah, I was, but there's a lot of storylines that lead up to that. And some people don't even understand the
You
game.
sound quite a bit low though, like you're far from the microphone. Using the laptop, okay.
Yeah, laptop. You're not hearing me now?
Yeah, we're hearing a little better, yeah.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of storylines to the game, where people don't realize why this game was so interesting. The media pushing a lot of narratives. Speed versus Tapper is one.
Yeah.
Then they brought up, they pushed the ball thing in the semi-final, make it look like a controversy. And they were talking about that the whole week, that Speed changed the ball. You remember that one?
Oh, yeah, the ball. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, when I shed some light on that, though, a lot of people don't understand why the on it officials were having an issue with the ball and what's the proper way to do it and so on.
Right. So I'll soon come back to that. But so all of those things that happened in the past, the marketers and the media was able to push all of those controversy. So it wasn't really a game anymore, It was an event now, you know. It wasn't
That's
a
the
game.
entertainment package.
Yeah, everybody had to be there. Guys, an event. So I think that is what they use to tell an effect. And quite rightly, I mean, if football was boring, nobody would come and watch it. You saw the article in the paper where the person was saying, "Oh, I'm tired of Manchester City because there's no story here. Manchester City gonna win. There's no story." And them say they don't want to go to the games anymore because okay, you might score a lucky goal, but you're gonna get 5-1 or 4-1 same way. It's like that.
Yeah, like his
Interesting.
story done right already.
Yeah, make no sense. So I suppose that is the same thing that people was writing the story about Mount Pleasant. So, okay, them 95, 99% of people say, okay, it's Mount Pleasant to win. And so, I mean, they did a poll and we got 3%. So that just give you an idea of, that is why the game is being played and result like this is just good for the game.
Jean-Pierre, what you think about it too as well? Because you do a lot of work on the Premier League, Sir Speed, like listen to your program,
Yeah,
You understand me? So,
Well, it's interesting you
what
mentioned
you
the three
think?
percent. It's interesting you mentioned the 3% because I run a poll on my side and over 100 people responded, and it was the last four teams. And I said, who will you think will win? And it really give Cavalier, a team that's went to the final last year, a team that finished second with 54 points, 3%. I couldn't believe it really. Said it just show how much I'm not sure if Cavaliers hated or just underappreciated, or it is amazing why they really think Cavalier do have a chance to win this thing. Mr. Speed, congratulations again.
Thank
Um,
you.
I hear you keep spinning the narrative of how many semifinals and finals in the last 6 years. But when I really hear you say, "Oh, this is your fourth final in 12 months," to me, that's a bigger achievement that.
No, it's not even the fourth. 'Cause we went to the final of the Women Premier League to a knockout and lost both.
Oh, there you
And
go.
we went to
There you
the
go.
final of the under 15. Well, we won that one. So we really is a team that does these things regularly. We were a little bit disappointed that we didn't get those trophies last year.
Boy, this is
But you
why.
know what happened in the knockout though? They robbed our training room and half time. We are the only change room they ever robbed us by enough car. So I don't even know what happened there. So conspiracy theories. It was one way to stop us or stop our momentum because we were really getting into a momentum last year and they did that half time and the players didn't really want to play. They even stole one of the players' car keys. Yeah, I mean that's like crazy stuff.
Yeah, that can really
And
stop you from go out there and perform.
it's funny that you mentioned that, because this playoffs, I got to see the dressing rooms, and I still don't know how somebody who can get in unless they specifically know that's the way to get in. But I won't bring that up too much here, sir.
Yeah,
But I can see that really breaking the vibes of any player.
the team, not the player.
The team, yeah,
One
yeah.
player didn't go back, and I didn't even get to have a team talk the halftime. We just had to go back.
I see them thing there. In terms of the stadium and the fans, though, Mr. Speed, can I tell you, sir, I was in the bleachers, and it was a sea of blue. It really felt like a more pleasant home match. The amount of more pleasant fans are in the bleachers just alone. And I had to give credit to a very select few of Cavalier fans who, when they were walking around the rim to go to them seats, the more pleasant fans I jeer them and I boo them. But these young ladies fight back and shout back and say, no, one Cavalier, one Speed. So, them get the last laugh at the end of the day. So people can't say, oh, guys don't have no fans, man. They stand up against a sea of blue.
Yeah, no, we have some dedicated fans. We do have a lot. One of the reasons was we dropped out of the Premier League for almost 20 years or 25 years. I couldn't remember, but it was a long period that we were not in. So those fans that used to follow Cavalier essentially just retired out from the game, didn't have any more interest. So we really, and then the first time we came back into the Premier League, we were always near the bottom, just trying to struggle to survive the Premier League. And we went down eventually in 2016-17. And then we came up back the same year. And then since that, though, has been our golden year. So I think it will take some time for us to get some fans, but I think we're getting there because people are starting to appreciate what we do. I mean, some of the times, we are the one carrying the Casafa flag because all the other top teams seems to trail off a bit. And even when we go in the Caribbean Cup, we are the one carrying the Jamaican flag because some of our teams seems to trail off a bit. So I think we get in there, people start to come around and say, maybe we should be looking at this team some more and trying to support them.
Yeah, I think you guys. I know you did it for help out the league in terms of the double headers and stuff, but maybe more matches at Stadium East would help with that.
Yeah, definitely. We haven't been home since we've been our golden era, and used to have a lot of people that prefer to come to Stadium East to watch a game because of the environment. But basically, yeah, we're trying to help with the league, and we are suffering because of that. Because I think with our success now, our base would have started to go back way up if we're consistently at Stadium East. But we're going to try and return there next year.
Well, I tell you what, I guarantee you got more fans based on how you play this season and how you play in that final. A lot of people who doubt you say, I don't think it will be 3% next poll we do. At least can bump up to 10, 15. So, congratulations again, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much.
We're doing a lot of work, we're trying to, get the fans, onto the club and so on. We have a YouTube channel as we speak. It's growing, slowly but surely. I think, we need to put in some work in that department and try my best right now. Actually,
Yeah.
just put in the group a WhatsApp, a fan based WhatsApp group where people can come in and we can reason and talk about football and the players as well. And talk about Sir Speed as well as the gaffer in terms of football and so on and enjoy it.
Well, we also have Facebook, which have over 13,000 subscribers. We have our the other one. We're on IG. I mean, we're getting there with our social media platforms. I mean, I think we're well represented. Probably the second. We are second only behind Mount Pleasant on our social media platforms at this time. So, I mean, we're getting there. But I think the lack of home for the last 4 years, 21, 22, 23, 24, if we have really played at home, would have made us suffer somewhat by building our base. But we're getting there. We're going to bring it back eventually.
Speed. Just win Conquer Cup. Good. Just win Conquer Cup next time. All right.
I want to try.
Which one? Caribbean Cup or the big one?
Now, man, the big one, CCC, knock out two Mexican and MLS team, and
I that is one of our long-term aim doing. I mean, people believe that because I am the one of the major shareholders in Cavalier. I can't get fired and all the crap with them talk. But we set very high standards, and really that is one of our standards enough to win it, Unless that's on our
That's and it's achievable. It's achievable.
I
Because
think so.
here, Sir Christie said that is one of his dreams as well. So go for it. So why not? Why not? But
Well,
what's
I'm not the type to greedy though. I'll take a win first in one win in the first round because these things are it's a building block. Sometimes you just not have what it takes. Look, when we play in Cincinnati, they came on a jet. They came here and shit and went back up. I mean, we don't have that might yet to match them. Their recovery, they can recover. You see, like our recovery might take 72 hours because we do normal recovery. They'll probably recover in 30 hours because of the equipment that they have. So people just watch football and don't understand the science behind it and what goes on in the background. There's a thing called periodization. Look, if you just understand it alone, your team can improve by about 30-40%. Just understanding that alone. And if you become an expert at it, you understand what I'm talking about. I mean,
I don't want to cut you, Sir Speed. But when me sit down at the stadium and me look beside of me is a man from Cincinnati with one big camera. And him have him walkie-talkie in him and Jean-Pierre. And him have a next analyst beside him right there. So
Oh, yeah?
everything what Cavaliers do defensively, the man does a telecoach. Right?
yeah.
It's a telecoach. All right. The left side is weak. I'm like team left side weak. They can overload. They can double team the side. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
That's them I tell them,
So,
and then one of the coach them on the bench, they could see that them share the iPod, some iPad thing, and them can see everything we are going. So from the camera where I stream from, and them have a thing where gets instant information from the app. So the game a stream, but I got you a software, and then I get instant information on the bench. Me and my brethren there, and the man I tell me how him use it, what it for, everything and so on. So me I say to myself, say, boy, John was star, Cavaliers, they behind the 8 ball from the game start.
that's
Yeah,
the level.
before,
That's the level, sir. That's the level.
before the game starts.
Before the game starts. When you use a naked eye and try and figure out things. Them man they done there one step either way.
Yeah.
So,
And these are things where By the time we reach back over there in the second match, them
Yeah.
know who going pass everywhere to who, and who not going to do certain things, and who not, and just work it out, and just, yeah, it's very
Yeah,
difficult.
and just
So
and then
Speed, in those cases, in those situations, do you feel that the league can help you guys a bit more? Like you were the lone representative of the league, basically. Like I think in that month he played like what 5 games in 13 days or something like that. You think the league could
Yeah.
have probably lightened the schedule a bit more to help you guys with recovery and stuff like that?
Oh, definitely. Even, I mean, let me give you like a story. A lot of people don't realize that when we played Mount Pleasant the second time and they give us 2-0. Like that is the time we had played the 5 games in 13. The league was half full. They should have taken that into consideration because even when you go England, in those developed countries, I mean, even Pep with his methods of recovery much better than ours was complaining about games. I said, just give me one more day, And we would have liked to have one more day, but Mount Pleasant did change it. They were supposed to play us the Monday, and they fought and says their home game and change it
Yes,
to
you're
Sunday.
right. You're right.
And
Yes.
we would have, so we were like zombies. We were just walking around. So people didn't even understand why we lost that game 2-0. We have never lost the Mount Pleasant by a 2-0 margin in all the times that we have played, and we have played 20 times. As a matter of fact, we played 20 times. Cavalier has won 9, they won 4, and the rest has been drawn. People don't even know of that record, But that day, we were just walking around on fumes.
Yeah, I watched
Um,
the footage, man. Just even busy acting who normally buzzing around look like. I think that's even one of the reasons why he probably got the one of the yellow cards and that knocked him out of the game. Him just
no,
look
I
like
thought the guy just actually just fake the
well.
busy didn't even touch him. Him just fake it and ball out, and the referee just take out him. Probably never even realized that busy on a yellow already. Because I don't think he would have given him a red card for that if him did conscious side, but him take it out early and wouldn't rescind it. But you're correct. But that is one of the things that we know that we have to go step up and get our electronics, and make sure say
yeah.
be able to compete. So that is one of the infrastructure things that we're going to be looking to put in place, going forward.
You send
Because
Antina stands, eh?
for real, because the man was still there coming. I was so I
Impressed.
the one I find out what I go on. I
You
mean,
were
sit
so
down there, I was
impressed.
impressed with sitting there.
Yeah.
And the man said to me, said, you look so. You want to learn about it? I said, no, I said, of course. Me and my virgin did it, right? And then when I tell you, oh, everything, operate. You have the
But
software.
it's not, you're not supposed to have electronic equipment on the bench now. So
Where? In
they
world
just
football?
Oh, okay.
In world
they don't,
football?
Is that a CONCACAF rule?
no, it's a general rule, yeah, from FIFA. You're not supposed to have it because they know that you'll do that stuff like that. They don't. You're not.
So, but every game I see in the EPL, I see a man with a tablet on the bench.
Or speed
No.
when our manager get like suspended and he's in the stands, him still like him a talk to him bench man.
Well,
Yeah.
him can still go to the changing room, and him can still send messages.
Mm.
But yeah, I think most people can see it. But as far as I know, if you take out your phone, the official photo company and say no, you can't be using it. They have said that to me, so I don't know if they leave it in the hands of the official or is an official rule. That
I
you
don't think
can.
that's an official record. Worldwide, every time I see everybody with them tablet, one for the GPS, one for um analytics. You understand? One we watch the players stamina and so on, and the other one for analytics, like where up on the field, the other team a breakdown and all them
No,
things.
but Antin, that's on the bench though. I think he's saying no, he shouldn't communicate with anybody in the stands.
No, man, you
Or
can. You have the walkie-talkie. Why you can't communicate with somebody?
No, man, then I make you use walkie-talkie. They probably have other methods of doing it and disguising it, but I don't think you can do it legally. I'll have to check,
Well,
but I don't think it's legal. But
the one
everybody.
them.
So the iPod could easily say him carry him to show him players them when he's supposed to go to instructions. It's for that purpose, but maybe them do other things with it. Yeah.
What team you know though? If them well fully equipped and ready for Cavaliers. That's all me know.
No,
Technological wise, yeah.
yeah,
Because
but
him that say like
not
him
just
team
cover.
just are going in a preseason and them not so fit. So them have to try use them brain.
Not just
To get them.
Cavalier, not just Cavalier. That's what first world is, man. And we need to get there. So I agree with you. I mean, I'm happy that you saw that because knowledge is a thing where when people don't have knowledge, they just start pure foolishness. It's like when you just say you have a knowledge and you saw it,
Yes.
then I am listening to you and know that it's something that I must address too
Hmm.
to be
To
compete with
improve.
those
You
teams.
really compete against them, cause them,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's a speed, a rough season, from the first game, first couple of games, you were down in the table, wondering what is happening. You had the up and down season. You have to, plan for the club championship, then back to the Premier League, and then you never start out so well and so on. Draw with some, I would say, some smaller teams in the competition, and then you take time gradually climb your way up. What you can't tell the people them a little bit about the formula though. We're doing it like
Well, the
that.
truth is, every time we come back from the Caribbean Cup, we lost the next game. It was just amazing. But what I think happened is that Cavalier, I think personally, we can come number one if we wanted to in the league. I mean, it's not so difficult, but because of our approach, remember, we have a lot of youngsters and we earmark certain amount of playing time for them for development purposes. So,
Yes.
what we don't do is try to feel the best team all the time just to get the points. What we try to do is to feel a reasonable team, ensuring that we stay in the top six and um, the players get the amount of time. So like Adrian Reed, who was injured, went to play under 20, he came back and looked right at home. Only because 2 years before that, we would have given him 10 games in each season. So now he's 17, but he's not a 17-year-old playing his first 5 games. He's a 17-year-old gone over 20 games already.
20
And
cap.
that is, yeah, and that is what makes a difference. So Christopher Ainsworth, who is 18, he has played 65 games already.
Wow.
So, well,
65 games.
At same
yeah,
from as what 18, 19-year-old, eh? That's
yeah,
big.
he's gonna be 19 this year.
Wow.
So you'd have played, that amount of game, 65 games, and majority of them is starting like probably 50 or over 50, playing the full game. So like a Shamar Watson came this year, I think he did about 17 games. He didn't play much in the playoffs, but he has 17 games. So next year when he comes in, he's not a rookie. He has 17 games under his belt. It's his second year, but he have 17 games. So because we do that rotational thing to make sure that everybody gets some playing time, some of the time the results doesn't go all the way. And people saying, what is Cavalier doing? And I think that is one of the reasons why 3% of people say we're going to win, because some of the time the results don't go our way. But if you notice, in the big games, when we probably feel our best teams and say, listen, no, sorry, even some of the big games we don't feel our best team. We give players minutes same way. But anytime you look like we have to do something, you notice to do it. Because that time we come and say, okay, these things have happened in that particular game. We're not experimenting and others. Sometime too, I was like in this year, I always play in a particular way up to last year. This year, I was experimenting with systems with, four at the back, three at the back.
Can I tell you the truth? Yeah, Mr. Speed, you're experimenting, man. Is it hard for report point when you do them kind of experimenting? Can I tell you? Man, it's hard to know what you're gonna do next week and the week after and the week after. Even in the playoffs, we couldn't decide exactly what you're going to do.
Yeah, but you see, I'm developing up my team. When it comes to playoff now, me always have a plan. So if you notice in playoffs, we play Mount Pleasant 4 times. It's only one they have won. People don't even realize that. So far. So it's not like but when we have done all of this experimentation and development of the players, by we come to the playoffs, we know exactly who's going to play and what we have to do. So that is the difference between us and other teams. So it's not like we can't get more points in the season, but for what reason? It's a knockout competition, it's not a league. So and we know that, so we play it as such.
So it's a good time to ask you the question then, Mr. Speed. There's a long debate going on within the JPL sectors that the straight league format versus the playoff format. So which one you are more of a fan of, basically?
No, I don't really care. I mean, what I try to do in life is don't make those things bother me. I just want to win it. So if they say it's a league, we just want to say we have to win all of the points. It suits my club and our philosophy, the league and knockout, because I get to develop. If it was a league, I might not get to develop as much because I'd have to be trying to just get the points. And if you notice, I have led, and numerous times I've led in the competition, but then it's not so important to me. I still want to develop.
But how much do you value top two then? Top two versus top six? Okay.
A bad patch, we came so hard, to make sure we're finishing in the top two. If you notice in the last three games, we were relentless, scoring a lot of goals, winning match by huge margins, even against teams that used to give us a fight. Done bowling would have been a closer game. We scored four. That's why I say we really came so hard in the last to make sure that we get the top two. So I always prefer top two.
From the kickoff, trying to get like 6, 7 goals. So I believe you, man, because I was right there sitting and was like, man, when you're rushing the play so much, it seems that you guys are worried even more goal difference. So yeah, I see you guys pushing for it for real, man.
Around the field and put them on cones, and we were just we always have a plan. Even if we're going to the bathroom, we always have a plan. And that was it, trying to get those goals. Because we thought Tivoli could win the last game. And we were saying, okay, well, I know we'll be able to keep them down to at least no more than two. So if we were able to win by six, because they had a goal difference of four over us going into the last game, we should be okay. That's why we pushed so hard for that.
Sir Speed, Cavaliers is a team that, maybe next year we may not see some of these young players. They might can't leave us and think. What is what are you gonna do now to keep that, intensity, that type of playing style and stuff, same way with those players? Well, because we know you're a man, and next man up. You understand me? And players must sell.
Well, you don't know what playing style I'm going to use next year, because the truth is, I usually tailor the playing style depending on the best players that I have. If you notice, in 2021, we were the supreme tiki taka team. Nobody could pass the ball like us. I mean, we can still pass the ball, but we just play a little different. So it depends on what I have. We'll decide how we actually play and what tweaks we have to make. So, but that is the reason why we develop players, because the year last year, we lose 12 players. Last year when we came second, we lost 12 players um, out of the team the year before when we came third. So just to give you an idea, but we were able to put in additional players who had some experience and was able to come second last year, even although we thought the team was still a little bit was a little bit weak going into the final. But this year, I must tell you, we have 32 players in the squad now. Well, 31. So even if we lost, say 5, 6, I'm hoping we do send them abroad. We still would have 20 odd, and these would be young players, but they have some experience. So again, you might find that we struggle early in the season, but development of those players is key. We will bring them to their maximum by the playoffs, and if we reach the playoffs, we're fighting for the title again.
We think it can be a breakout next season from the youth ranks, probably. Yeah. Tier two. Okay.
Stein is calm and cool. As you know, Stein scored 5 goals in like 3 games. I mean, yeah, yeah. So we have him. I mean, we still have everybody that is there until they leave. We have Jackson, Keanu Jackson, He's one of the most underrated player I've ever seen. He plays top midfield. That's a quality player who we got from Mount Pleasant. Ronaldo Barrett didn't play, and Ronaldo Barrett form was sparkling before he got sidelined. He was one of my best midfielder, and he didn't play, so we have him back. So I'm not really worried about those things. We have a couple defenders. J. Lloyd Smith, they say he was the best, most consistent player on the tour of Turkey. Um, he plays the defensive position. We have him. We have Gooden. You know, so I'm not really worried. Whatever,
That's it, Ellis.
yeah, Macho Ellis, whatever come our way, we'll be ready. I mean, I'm not really worried. And as you know, at this time, I am getting the calls. People want to come to the club. People want to leave. Young players, and there are all calls from young players who have recognized that Cavalier is the club of choice for young players, and that's where they want to go. From all over the Caribbean, they're calling. They want to come to Cavalier. So I'm not really worried. I see what I have, and I will move on from
Yes, yes, indeed. Sir Speed, a lot of talent, even on me, the linking up and asking, oh, can I get to Cavaliers and stuff like that? And I say, all right, we're going to set the link and so on. Yeah. Anyway, somebody want to ask you a question. Jeremy Lee says, Sir Speed, what is Cavaliers' plan for the off season? You're not an off season.
No, man, they're getting 5 weeks rest. Last year we only got 3 weeks because it comes to and finish in June. Again, that was a big factor. It comes to and finish in June. We got about 3 weeks rest, and we're back at it in the Caribbean Cup. So we didn't get any rest last year, and the body takes time to recover. So we're taking 5 weeks off, then we start training again to get ready for the Caribbean Cup that starts August 2022, somewhere in here. So that's our plan. Then we'll do probably about 2 weeks a preseason strength, and then we'll get into the field work. Practice match is gonna be a little bit of a problem, but we hope we get some of those to start ourselves before going to the game.
All right, so Jean-Pierre, let us touch to the game now. Like,
Yeah, man.
hold on, before we touch to that game, we want to touch the ball situation. Then we'll go to yeah, because we want the people to understand, the
Right.
ins and outs. Because you say you don't want nobody. I heard your interview after about, nobody can bully you. You decide not to get bullied. So, yeah, explain to you now.
So the bully thing is that you have to realize that I coach young, impressionable kids. So some people might believe some are abrasive and me not like them and all of that, but it's not true. Me can't afford to make you intrude in my space because my kids also, but my boss soft and people bully him and people talk anything about him and him don't react and him don't say nothing. Because this generation Z is the only set of players that I have. I have players from no other generation, just of one generation, and they are actually different. If you study them, they will work hard if them see the reward and it have to come same time. They are very knowledgeable because if you tell them anything stupid, then Google you, right?
True, true, you're
So
right.
so you have to be knowledgeable too and know about things like I was telling the players and one of the player went on and make one of my better player and I was telling the next player, you go down to and he must coach. I said, player, come on. If two of you down, the referee can't send off anybody. If one of you go down, when him cheat him, send you off. You know that rule?
Yeah.
Yeah, is that rule or
Smart.
not?
A smart plan that. Yeah.
Yeah, so you have to tell them these things and say, coach, where you get that from? But it's true. So this generation only listen to people who them think and tell them things, but they don't know. So there's a dynamics at work there, right? So what happened though is that when it's your home game, you get certain privileges. Like you choose the gears basically. If you're on the next team have the same color gears, you prevail, right? You get a particular bench, right? And also you are supposed in a normal world you provide the balls. Like when we play in a CONCACAF, we have to give the CONCACAF people 18 balls. You give them the day before now, then check them, then make sure say
18
right.
ball.
Yes, playing a CONCACAF games, you have to get 18 new balls. 18 balls. And they check it, make sure say the right quality
Some
and
club
everything.
that even have 10 ball good.
And when you come a CONCACAF, you better have 18 to give them. And then check it for quality, make sure it's FIFA approved, not FIFA inspected like what some people use. It have to be FIFA approved, the top quality balls. And and you have to provide ball boys 12 and all that. So my club playing in that environment for the last 3 years, because last 2 years, it's automatic for us. So we call the organizer and say, remember, we have our bars here. The organizer say, yes. I say, how much you must carry? Them said 10. JPL said 10. CONCACAF said 18. So we carry our balls, give it to the match commissioner at 2 hours before the game. Of course, we carry our balls and train, warming up with the same balls where we carry, train throughout the whole week with that ball, right? And get ready for play. Then the Hornet guard and manager walk out and say, he now play that ball because another team train it. I said, you're ridiculous. So he insists, so they now play the ball. And the JPL general manager come out and I change the ball I put in the Adidas ball. And I ask him, why am I here, so? I mean, and I asked the referee why not give them a yellow card to all of them there. So, cause none of them supposed to be in a technical area right now. As a referee, why them man not get red card and run them off of the pitch? Because what are they doing in here, so? And you know, so if I did do it in our next match, I mean, not on the carry that year, the whole of Jamaica say, oh, speed, do this. Everybody set a different standard for me, you know, than them, you know.
True.
I even tell the
Step
general
up, you know.
manager in our meeting, say, general manager, I first never see a man roll up a game for ball. This is unheard of. You know, you ever see it in your life?
No, boy, can I tell you, it's the first I saw that, especially for a big semi-final.
Yeah, for life, the man for them to get banned. And I tell him himself, you want to get banned. I want to mash up football because I don't know the rule. So I insist. So them put the ball them around the field. I'm just telling my ball boys to go and take them up and put on the good in my ball them. So I had to go that far. Interestingly
Hold
though,
on, hold on, hold on, hold on. They remove your ball around the field.
them put some Adidas ball around the field.
Wow.
But the referee had my ball in his hand, you know. Because the referee was
Okay.
saying, but I checked these ball already and they're good. I don't check those balls. How am I going to play Adidas ball? The manager, Arnett guard manager say, him want to use those balls because I hit him train with. So I'm saying, him listening to himself because if him go Cincinnati, can he carry out his ball? But I
No.
said, this is
No,
my
no,
player.
no.
Argument no make no sense, you know. And that's why I stand my ground because nobody can bully me. So it's because the Arnett people think them bad and then the Arnett them will get their own way. I'm saying that can't do it. No way. And it was resolved when we use our ball. And you know, but I think the biggest problem was you see that orange ball, you see the first leg where we played them in the league, you know, Sabina, we give them 3-love, you know, with the orange ball, you know. Because that time they never say anything, you know, because it was my home game. You see the irony? That game they never say anything. It's the same orange ball me use because it's my home game. And then get 3-love. But I think when they see the orange ball, they remember the 3-love. At that me thinking,
At the same venue too, eh?
yes, yeah, venue. I guess I'll score 3 again. So, you know, I think that was my
Yes, man. So, Mr. Speed, this one quick question then. Is it the onus on you guys to give them the ball for warm with, or it doesn't matter? They're supposed to warm with their own ball and still play, or they want to play?
No, and courtesy though, like when Jamaica play and Jamaica play at an international team, Jamaica do give the international team ball to warm up with the same ball that they're going to play the match with. But if they had asked me, I would have given them some. Nobody asked me. I had a lot of balls I could give them. I could.
Okay, so I understand it now.
Yeah, then nobody not asked me. So I think it's the organizer probably dropped the ball by saying, if you're going to play this, make sure you have to give them carry
Couple
4 ball
balls.
to give them for warm up.
Warm up with.
Nobody asked me. But I had like 12 of the same ball warming up with. So if they come and say them want 4, I'd give them. As a matter of fact though, they had 2 of those balls actually. Because they had Nike, they had Adidas, and them have select ball. You see, some clubs are different. Like Mount Pleasant carry all of their ball is one type of ball. Some clubs carry different ball. We don't do that. We carry one type of ball when we come in. And that is what I don't know if you say it for not make it look away, but that is what clubs do overseas. They don't use one ball.
So, would you like some competitions, like for instance MLS, they have a specific Adidas sponsor the league, so they use Adidas ball. So you
Right?
won't have a problem with that if that's the mandated, because they would provide you the ball throughout the entire season.
No, because when they no, but that's what CONCACAF does. By the way, they give you
Okay.
the balls. But the thing about it is that when it was Arnett Guy on home game and they come with the Adidas ball, I didn't say anything because I don't have any grounds to stand on there. And in the final, when it is nobody's home game, they brought back Adidas ball. I just play. I can't say anything. But when it comes to my home game, that's all I'm defending.
Your home game, and you
What belongs
responsible
to
for the
me.
ball.
I am not defending anything else. But the truth is, the Adidas ball, I think the JFF gave every club Adidas ball. So everybody have the Adidas ball.
True.
Everybody have the Adidas ball. I have the Adidas ball too. So
Mm.
what happened when
That
I'm playing
blue white type of ball, right?
yeah, when I'm playing away, I train with the Adidas ball the whole week because I know when I go to that venue what I'm going to see. And when I'm playing at home, I train with my night ball the whole week because I'm going to play the night ball. So because the
So
night ball is really superior to the Adidas.
so the ball have a difference in the game, right? Ball makes a difference.
I like I never use training ball. Never. Nobody. I've not used training ball for the last 8 years. Nobody can.
Always match ball.
Yeah, our training is always much ball. I mean,
Match ball
it's
type of
different.
different from
Look, the margins are so small, So as a 1 inch can make you get a goal, Just because the inside of the post, inside of the middle. So everything matters when it comes to football. That's how I look at it.
All right, people in the comment section, big up on yourself. Welcome to Cavaliers Soccer Club YouTube channel and Unseen Sports TV. Please to like, subscribe, and share to the content as always. Mr. United said big up Mr. Speed and big up Unseen, big up
You know,
Jean Pierre. You understand me? Jeremy as well. Big up on yourself, everybody. Please to remember that the super chat and the super sticker is there on Unseen Sports TV platform. You can contribute to the platform if you want. And remember, like, subscribe. It's easy, it's free. You understand me? Easy way to support our YouTube channel. And remember for go over Jam Pale, doing some great work over there. I'm telling you people. Great work. Yeah, man. Straight into the game now. I mean, I try for call Mr. Paul Maxwell. Okay, make some big talk with you on the YouTube channel, Mr. Speed.
really.
But him say he want to come over and the W column, And I ask Mr. Paul Maxwell which column he want to talk. Mr. Paul Maxwell say, well, WORST, worst column. But Mount Pleasant, you have to give them, them props. They did well this season, I think. The only problem I have with Mount Pleasant, we just think them coward. We just think them coward. With the type of ammunition with them have, we just think them coward bad. That's my thing that from
I
the
wouldn't say that.
You see him coward? We're not sure about that.
yeah, man, them coward.
No. You have it. All right. So the game, what I really proud of in Jamaica, and a lot of people, don't want to give credit is due. Jamaica has improved significantly when it comes to tactics and because I've gone back and watched the games that used to play in Premier League a long time, right? When them used to say Premier League used to go. Us Jamaican go back and say Premier League used to go. I've seen the 3-2 game that Boris Johnson scored 3 goals and Walter Boyd scored 2 goals. And people were saying that's the best Premier League game ever played. And Walter was defeated on it Garden 3-2. And I watched those games. Yes, somebody pick up the ball and block 2 man, then them pass it. Or, the pace was so slow because, again, it wasn't really professional players playing. The people was working, working on the wharf, doing manual labor, then them run come and play in the evening. So the games were slow, and I told somebody that, listen, if one of these teams now play those teams, yeah, 5-6 love, nothing funny about a 5-6 love if you look at it, just the pace and tactics and everything. And those teams basically never used to use any tactics or anything. Them just play. And there was really good players, yes, and there were some good players, but it wasn't a consistent thing. In the last couple of years, you can see the Premier League are getting in that direction. People are talking about tactics and who play like this and where you do for counter it and all of those, which is so good for the game in Jamaica. So there's a lot of improvement. And partly because coaching education improved so much. Because remember, just 5 years ago, 6 years ago, the most educated Jamaican have a JFF advanced level 2 coaching in the Premier League. Now you have people in the Premier League with A license or do them A license. You have 5 person now that pass A license. You have 6 who will do it, right? We have about nearly 100% with B license. Either do it or pass already. And then you have C license, nearly 200 persons, and D license. Even if
Just
you
complete mine,
even if you do a D license, you talk about people with about 500 people now have D license. So the truth is, some of them intertwined, but the truth is, knowledge, education has risen, and that is the reason why you say people start talk about tactics. Because the truth is, if you not come like that now, people can use lesser teams and kill you. So I better and it used to happen to Jamaica all along. We look like we are play good, get in a CONCACAF, and you say, yes, the team are play good. Yeah, playing good. Because the man who have a license just a wait for you like a C license man. And then just make one tweak and you not even know what him do. You don't have no clue what him just do. And that's why Jamaica used to look good and lose. People used to wonder. So that to me is the biggest gain in the Premier League. And then, so you can't judge teams only by what them have. Because at the end of the day, people can use a lesser talent team and beat you if you're not nothing about you. Or if your team is not playing what I call chaos. Chaos mean the player will get the ball next, the player will have the ball, decide what to do next. You know, so you're playing a chaos. That's what I think. I mean, and it works sometimes, chaos, right? But you have people now who have them tactic and them technique and them game model and them game strategy where them are play. And even with lesser player, them can beat you. I'll make you one good example like Clarendon College versus Glenmuir. Glenmuir tactics was much better and beat them in the Costa Cup final. You see what happened when CC never take them for granted. In the next match, we then get 4-love or 5-love. I don't even remember. But they had superior play. Yeah,
6, yeah, 6.
they had superior play and lose the first one because in tactics, they must play in a chaos. That's a play. Because them say, okay, we must win. The next team will come with a plan, right? And these are the things in a Jamaica football. So be careful when you talk about who do bad or who not do bad because, you know, we are getting a bit more dedicated.
No, yeah, and you're right, Mr. Speed. The coaching education, you have to take a you know, a little tap on the shoulder for that. You know, really, you know, getting the coaches up to par. You know, being in the Premier League, you know, as an assisting with Lime football, you know, I've seen a lot of things. I learned a lot of things as well. You know, so even played against Cavaliers. You know, on the opposite side. You saw live still on the opposite side. I almost beat him too, you know.
It
But
should have beat them.
yeah, should have beat him, but that's what the nature is. And things never have the you know, tactics. And I don't have the players who really go out there and step. Because me, a man when me like attack, you know, attack me like attack, but we can't attack, so we have to just ease myself. Score first, which is good. Couldn't attack, have to try to defend the game and so on.
So you see that, so that was a good tactical setup or your setup because no matter how a team plays, there is a remedy for whatever they do. The truth is, it no must work,
You know, it must work.
right? But there
What
is.
I did in that game, though, in a serious speed, was we understand that the corners, the front post, you know, you attack, and they will see it often. And then you add a player who used to how Cavaliers play. He's like, him say something to me, I say, you know, I say, come back, and same time I come out, I see the changes them I make. So I'm automatically, I just start tell the man what to do on the field. You understand? So,
Yeah.
and it worked for a period of time, you know.
Well,
Part
yeah,
of the game.
I
So
mean,
tactics
you're
really work.
tactics play a big part. So I thought, you see, there's some things where people don't look into. You see, fundamentals of a team is very important. You figure out what the fundamentals. Let me give you one example. I think at Newcastle or Leeds, I can't remember. They came like third in the Premier League or fifth in the Premier League one season. I think it's fifth. They give everybody 7-year contract, raise everybody pay and say "Yeah, next year they might go Champions League. But their goal difference was a +1, you know. +1. Yes, if you look back on the match, they were lucky sometimes get a chinks off goal and you know they luck around them in about 5 games and then finish up this in a bad season for everybody else. But then fundamentals weak with a +1 goal difference after a one whole season. The fundamentals weak. So them spend all this money and then promptly get relegated the following year. And it's a lesson. If you look at the table, it tells you a story, you know. Who are the highest differential in a rate in a difference between goals scored and goals conceded? Who are the highest?
Was in a Cavalier have it?
Yeah, 31.
34 or 31, yes, you're right.
Yeah, Mount Pleasant at 22. We scored 48 goals. Last year we scored 47, and we lost Webster and Anderson, and we lost that's like 25 goals, right? We lost there, and we scored one more this year, and we conceded 23 goals last year, but we conceded only 17 this year. The two what I'm and Mount Pleasant only scored 37 goals. You see, that tells you a story a lot of people don't realize, you know. It tells you a story. Because we play the same set of teams twice. And that should have told everybody a story. That, hold on, something wrong right here, so, right? Usually, if you look at Man City and Arsenal who win the Premier League, their goal difference, sorry, one will come first, one will come second. Their goal difference was identical, 61. we are at everybody's goal difference. And because games are different, yes, sometimes you might not rack up the goal, but look at the ratio between where you concede and where you score, and that kind of start to give you an idea of which team really good.
I think what tricked the people aiming at speed is that you're at a stretch. I think what 6 games or 7 games in a row you win by 1 goal. Like yes, I think that they completely forget how you played before that run and a bit after. And it's like everybody forget that you guys can score goals when you're ready. So
Yeah,
that's
but you see, what happened was we were working on something different because as a team we were saying, okay, we're not conceding goals. So we went on a 13 goal stretch without conceding, So we're just not conceding goals. So you see, we were working on different things during the season, which is why I tell people, I mean, we're a development team. So and we know that in the long run, when we won the title first, we went like 5 or 6 games without conceding a goal. That's how we won the title in 2021. So we all know that offense win matches, but it's defense win championship. So we know that once we come into the playoff run, you have to be tight. You can't give it nothing at all. People have to earn them. So that run was a way to we weren't concentrating on scoring a lot of goals. We were concentrating on clean sheets, one after the other, one after the other. So that was what that was all about. But people don't realize, as I said, people are superficial about things and don't even realize what a team might be planning.
Sir Speed, no cut you. The leader said, forward said some coaches in the Casa for U17 yesterday. Shit, man, poor roaches with whistles.
I
Hey,
mean,
easy.
leader, I don't know what I want to.
no man, leader.
Easy.
Leader man, you gotta go up on the coach him.
We don't want to take that program down to that level. Remember, say
All right, true.
Cavalier.
Jeremy Lee said, I really appreciate that the way that they start taking the football coaching seriously, taking the football coaching seriously, and this should help us to improve the country's football progress.
Yeah, man.
Marlon said, Auntie and bless up to the panelists. Somebody want to call in now. Hold on, man. I set up the call in thing. Don't worry yourself. I set up the call in, people. Say, look, so they call in. All right, people say, if I call in, you can talk and them got ear and you have to come off and then other, yeah, them answer you after. But you're not gonna hear them when them talk. All right, if you call in, so it have to go work. MG Sports, let me say again. MG Sports, congrats again, sir. Speed enjoy this year, cause next year is easier. Go like him go coach
Portmore.
Portmore, yeah. My coach. So
Well,
MG go coach
I
Portmore
hope
next
I
year.
hope I'm listening because I hear that one club coming for Marshall, Walsh, and Young.
One
Yeah,
time.
I wish
One
club
time.
that.
One time.
I
One
wish
time.
club that.
There's only
MG,
one club. Only one club can do that. Mr. Speed.
MG, hold that MG. Because
Hold
I don't
on.
know what you're going to do.
Them have a set of young talented players, so you don't think that off it.
Now, Marshall. But if they lose those 3 players, man, how them gonna function?
I don't know. But man,
All right.
MG going to go sweat.
Jeremy Lee, I
MG,
call
that's
in.
why MG going to go sweat now.
Jeremy Lee,
Big up and see.
you hearing him, sir, Speed?
Yeah, man, I hear you.
All right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, me a ear, but them not got ear, so you have to just talk and then you have to come off and listen to them on the platform.
You can hear me?
Yeah,
right?
man, them a ear, man. Everybody a ear.
All right. Big up, Mr. Speed. Congratulations again, sir.
Respect.
So I'm one of the Reggae Boys community member. But I just gotta say, the last couple of years it's been a tremendous relationship between the fans and you guys. But this is where I'm at right now. I'm about supporting the football. I put everything else, behind me, and it's about I'm going forward. I like the way that things are starting improving, and that's where I'm at. So congratulations once again, and I'm just about football and the people. Is there anything in store like for improve the coaching in Jamaica that you can share with us around the entire island, from parish to parish? How we're going to improve? I don't know if that's your department or it's something you don't want to talk about. But if it's something going forward that the whole island is going to do to improve the coaching, improve the football from parish to parish, if you could say something. All right, thank you.
All right, my boss. Yes, sir, Speed. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
wait till him hang up, make him can hear.
him hang up, man.
Him hang up. All right.
Yeah.
So yes, coaching education is one of our best program that we have. As I said before, you probably wasn't listening. We have now 11 A license coaches. That is, I mean, five have passed, six still doing it. We have over 100 B license, 200 C, and probably about 700 B. We're going to do our first A license course in Jamaica starting in December. So again, we have this trust
Wow.
to make sure say the coaches them get qualified because now you have to have a B license to coach in the Premier League the next season. But what we're trying to do is to ensure that only A license coach in the Premier League pretty soon, as soon as we get the numbers. So that is what we're striving towards. We have 14 spots in the A license course, and we're giving six to overseas persons in this A license course that we're going to be doing in Jamaica. So, right. But the biggest and most ambitious program that we have now, 500 primary school coach. We're going to start them at the D license in July this year. 500 primary school coaches, 20 from each parish, a little over, I think 25 from each parish. And then we're going to put them on a year-long program to carry them up to C license by next year, 2025. So all 500 coaches. So every primary school now will be coached by a C license coach by 2025. Now, look at the contrast. Remember, C license coaches are below used to coach in our Premier League and coach national teams. Those are the people coaching Premier League and national teams
True.
4 years ago. Now, that type of qualification will only be reserved for primary school. So you can see the trajectory. And then what we're trying to do is to make sure that every high school coach have a B license. So that's where we're going next. Every high school coach must have a B license because a B license.
So this season coming up?
No. We
Oh.
don't have the numbers yet to put that in place, but probably by 2025, every primary school coach will have a B license. One of the good things is that we can teach a B license ourselves now because we have 3 qualified coaches that can teach on the B. No. So they are in training now, so they'll be able to do it by themselves by next year. But they are the ones who carry the course now anyway at the B license level. So we are very serious about coaching education because we can't compete with facilities and resources or anything else. But coaching education is something that we think we can. So our primary school now will be at the same level with the European primary school because they have a C license in Europe to coach primary school. So that is what we're trying to get on. Get up, And it's my pet peeve, people. Don't worry. I'm not going to drop the ball on it. It's going to happen.
So, Sir Speed, how much money to do the A license out here?
We subsidize it heavily, Just 1,500 US we charge in your pay. I mean, you have to find your own accommodation and meals because, well, not meals during the course, but you have to find your own accommodation because, it is done
So you'll be at the center, right?
batches, yeah, at the center. If the place is open, you probably can stay there or stay with one of your friends or something, but you have to find your own accommodation.
Oh, so you have to stay. All
Yeah,
right.
it's like 10
Brother
days straight
Allen,
in. It's like 10 days straight
Mr.
in.
Allen. Welcome, Mr. Allen. Welcome to the show. Big up
What's up,
yourself.
man? Bless up to you and the viewers and Mr. Speed. While we on coaching, Mr. Speed, I know I cannot hear your response, but I'll just say what I'm saying and then I will come off. So the coaching school, it is going well at the moment, and that is something that we would love to see continue. And as you stated, getting more qualified coaches going from the lower age group coming right up, it augurs well for the coaches. And another point on the coaching, I was observing. I know the Borussia Dortmund coach. His name is Edin Terzic, and I was just looking at him and seeing how he was in coaching and seeing where he started and where he's at now. And what I think that would also help coaches in our region is exporting coaches to, and not even say export, but exposing them to other teams in other areas, so they can, broaden knowledge of the game. I know we're getting, the teaching and the qualification, but I think that exporting coaches, just as how we export players, it would also add to the diversity of the coaching that we would have here on the island. And I don't know if you have any plans to also put things in place to allow coaches to even go to smaller Caribbean islands to take up bigger roles. At the moment, we have coaches here. They will coach the schoolboy football and they will coach at the JPL level. Some coach at tier two, some do business or some do all of them, you know. And I'm just thinking that to broaden their horizon, exporting coaches and know that must be something that you are looking into because you yourself, would probably be looking to at least go spend a 2 3 years somewhere else and come back. And I think exporting players, it would do us well to also export managers to other jurisdictions to broaden the knowledge of the game and be well rounded. You know what I mean? Because, with coaches, moving from a level of JPL and schoolboy football, I think not only getting licensed, but also getting the experience outside of Jamaica would also, help because when we move them to national teams, they're getting people from all over who are used to different systems, etc., etc. So exporting coaches as well as players, I think I know you're probably looking in that direction. It's not something that you probably have to do right now, but you're looking forward to doing it. So I just want to hear your thoughts on that.
All right, Tisali.
Well, actually, we have a few coaches well coaching overseas. I mean, Shavar Thomas, he did a B license with us. You have Wild Boy Lawrence, he did his B license with us. You have um, Edwards and name Edwards that used to coach at Tivoli. He's coaching overseas. He did his B license to us. Shavar brother is coaching overseas. But it's a personal choice, though. I mean, we're not going so far. That is really a personal choice if somebody wants to go back to work or not. I mean, everybody's circumstances is different. But I know that the Caribbean is very interested in our coaches because of their successes and what they have achieved on their education level. Now to move to, I mean, you have people like Tyrone Marshall, who is a Jamaican that coach overseas too. So, but to move up people to Europe and those places to coach, really is like asking, is like is like us renowned track and field coaches. If we go to Brazil right now, we'd never be assistant coach to a Brazil national track and field coach. Nobody from Jamaica would be assistant coach because we are so far, so our knowledge is so superior. So to get one of our local coaches to go like Europe and get a head coaching job is like it would be really, rare for that to happen. It would be more like people going there for apprenticeship more than anything else, and that is apprenticeship is something that we look at, but definitely not to go and get coaching jobs. We don't have any try to get there. Yeah.
Another call, Sir Speed.
Yeah,
I
man,
call them
go
a coming hard today. Welcome to Unseen Sports TV
Good day, good day.
today. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Good day.
Go ahead.
Your panel.
Go ahead. Go ahead. They're hearing you.
Yeah, Mr. Speed, I want to ask you a question. I'm calling from Antigua. I think I know you a couple of times.
What's your name? What's your name?
Roach.
Roach. Oh, Sir Roach. Okay.
Mr. Speed, what is your plan for the Cavaliers to go further into the CONCACAF Club Championship this coming year or next year? Because I watched some of the game that you played against Cincinnati, and I think there's some significant room for improvement. So I want to know what other things going to be implemented to improve the team for the club championships. That's one. I think a while back you said that you were more gearing to have the coaching educators get the A license so they could come back to Jamaica and invigilate classes. And I want to know if most of your coaching educators have received the A license. That's one. The next thing I want to say is that I like what you're doing to improve the coaching education in Jamaica. But one of the things I want to emphasize is that once these coaches are coaching in different areas, they must be evaluated to ensure that whatever they're disseminating to the players is the correct system or techniques. Because
it's important that everybody's on the same page in terms of what you want to achieve to develop the players. Because one of the things I observe from you is that perhaps we need to develop better players in Jamaica. And I think if we have the coaching education pattern down, the correct facility.
Right. Yeah. So he asked a couple of about three questions, if I can remember. So the first one for Cavalier, we are an improving team. Experiences teaches you a lot. The first Caribbean Cup we went to, we didn't even get out of the first round. The second one, we went all the way to the final. So we're learning more and more as we go along. There's no one method to use whenever you're trying to improve your team, but there are certain basic things which we probably didn't have. Even on this program, we discuss technology, which we need to be better at, and it's something that we're definitely going to have when we're going. When we go to these countries to play, sometimes we only get one session, and it's only the session on the field. We reach like, one based on our travel arrangement. One of the time we reach, yeah, like 47 hours. We're supposed to reach 48 hours before we reach like 47 hours. We reach in the middle of the night. It was difficult to travel around the Caribbean some of the time. So we have a lot of issues. We never have any big issues in terms of logistics still, but we had issues where we probably could have reached a day or two before. So all of those things we'll take into consideration. We kind of understand the relentlessness of how teams play and how they spot weakness quickly. So it is a case where once we spot the weakness, though, we have to correct it same time, real time, before it spiraled out of control. So there's a lot of things I would have learned. Of course, coaching education is more. All of the coaches at Cavalier technical staff, some of them doing MB license now. So they are also improving their knowledge. I'm improving my knowledge as we go along. So I think we'll be putting up a better show than what we put up before. So let us see what that turns out to be. On the idea of coaching education, our courses are rigid. Oh, you had asked how much people have A license now. One, two, four, including myself, of us have A license that coaches do coaching education in Jamaica. So there's four of us that have A license, and there's one other person in Jamaica that has an A license that it doesn't really work for the coaching school, but we can always resource him. So we have five, five Jamaicans we have, I know that can teach. So getting the license again, getting the diploma, what we give now is a diploma, is one thing. As soon as we settle on as early as next year, we're going to be having what they call continuous coaching education. So you have to get a license. So what that means is that you have to do continuous studies, and we're going to keep those courses to 1 days and 2 days course. You have to do a certain amount of hours to keep your license. So you might have a diploma, but you don't have a license. So there's going to be a license system that will ensure that coaches are kept up to date and improving their craft as they go along. So that is what we're going to be introducing next year. I think I understand. I answer all the question. So, I mean, I've always been in football, right? I played for Teachfield High School. We went to the final, the Costa Cup final, 1982, just to kind of give you an idea how old I am. But
Repeat that. Hola.
82. I played in the final against Clarendon College. So, and I played for Port Anthony United, probably one of the youngest players at that time, Premier League. When we were in National League, it used to be from 17. I played it for them about 2 years. So I've been in football. I mean, I started working though, and football was put on a back burner, and then I came back some long afterwards. But I've always been in football. I mean, and I was coaching in St. Catherine first. That's where I started. I coached Dennis Banks, probably one of the best players I've ever coached when he made the national team. So I was always in coaching, but then I stopped. I keep on stopping and starting again until I came back and started to play for Cavalier after I coached in St. Catherine. I started to play for Cavalier for about 10 years. Then I Not in Premier League though. Never played for Cavalier in the Premier League. Then I started to be a coach, player coach, and that's how it evolved. Okay, so my coaching approach, I have a philosophy. It's very simple. I can improve any player. I can improve any team. Who said anything about winning? So that is my coaching philosophy.
But like that one.
You have to
I
repeat
can
that.
improve any
You
player.
have to repeat
I
that
can
again.
improve any team.
Yeah.
Who say about winning? What?
Who said anything about
About
winning?
winning. But. Hey, not a
That's
bad.
my philosophy. Right.
So
Um,
you have that philosophy in a long time where you build it through your coaching.
long time. From Mr. the B license course, that was my philosophy. That was what I morphed into. And so in every coaching session, that's what I do. I improve the players individual and I improve the team. Every coaching session. And then the winning, I'm sure will come, but I don't.
As once you improve the player in your team, must improve,
Right. And that's what and so everything I do is geared towards doing that. Improve the player and improve the team.
Yeah.
Everything. So that is really my coaching approach. And then I was before, to be honest, when I was in Premier League before, I was just battering at the bottom, but at the bottom. And then after we got kicked out of the Premier League, I said, you know something, it must be my fault. And I'm like that. I always think it's my fault whenever the team lose. So I thought about what I could do to be better. And then I took up coaching seriously. I did the work, I did the studies. And I said that if every player has to train for 2 hours a day to be good, shouldn't I be training at least 1 hour a day? So every day I would spend an hour on reading up on coaching and everything. So I try to improve myself. And even in Jamaica, as I said before, when I was doing the B license, I made sure I did it. When it comes to the A license, I was like really sick, but I still traveled to Trinidad and did the A license. And a lot of people don't know I did. The Europeans came and taught the A license, and the Europeans is the same course that they do in Europe. The people taught nothing different, same thing. And when the Trinidad was doing it again the next year, they got people from South America, and I went and do the A license again because South America people they believe in relationships. Europeans believe in structures. So one of the reasons why Argentina won is because they combine both the structure and the relationship. So people don't understand. So there's a difference in every different people approach. But guess what? Only those two continents has ever won the World Cup. So it's good for you to know both styles. Both of them styles. So that is what I try to do in the A license. So that's how I approach the game. Now, afterwards, I really introduce one thing to my coaching. When people look for weaknesses in team, I look for their strengths, and then I use their strengths against them. That's I look at twist of how I coach.
Hold on. You look for them strengths and
Yeah,
use them strengths against them, not them weakness.
not their weakness. The weakness will always be exposed. You don't have to do them for the
So when
weakness.
I got A license, you learn that or B license. Like, learn.
No. So the funny thing about badges is that in D license, you teach them to attack and defend only. When you come to C, you add periodization and you add transition to attack and transition to defense. When you come to B, they really teach you to build a game model. So you can build a game model at B where you know your team
Your
going to
philosophy and your style of play.
yeah, and all of that. When you come to A, they only teach you how to win, nothing else.
Nothing else.
Wait, so you level A license is just this winners only.
Just win.
Yeah, we can remember you're at the professional level,
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have to win at the professional level. There's no really, I would say, the development stage that, D license, C license.
No, the B is when you really learn to coach the players to do everything, whether all of the moments them and synchronize them into a game. So if you're going to be a tiki-taka team or a counter-attacking team, or so it teach you how to the playing at the moments them. So if you when you do your B license, it teach you like it teach you things like periodization at a different level now, in the different type of phases of the game, like pre-season, during season, and post-season. So it get that specific. Not see you just touch it, but not be it get that specific. So you really learn the game, but when you come to A, them load you up with information that make you just win games. You just you just know if you win game. Not care where you play against, it don't even matter. That is why I said to you before, when you put up a C license coach against an A license coach, it's just a joke because the A license coach players have to have two left foot all of them if you really lose. Because you know things you're not even starting about.
Yeah, if the coach only have knowledge of a C license coach.
Yeah, true. That's true too. But
Because
I'm
some
just
coaches though, you must say some coaches like me for example who got GC Foster College. Me already know periodization from the macro cycle go right down. Mr. Cycle come right down.
yeah,
I will learn it in a program writing all them things there.
yeah.
Conditioning all them things there. So I kind of have a little level, but there's a lot to learn from the B license. Because I learned a lot from the C license, Some of the coaches they tend to mix. That's why I tell you say it's difficult. Like you have coaches at the top, but can't coach at the lower level.
Yeah, but
Because
that's because I missed the basics because I remember doing a course and somebody was saying, "Oh, me can do B," and I said to them, "saying No, don't." And I'm saying, "No, you're intelligent and you know football, but guess what? No? If you miss D, the fundamentals, you're going to
yes,
miss a whole heap of things."
you miss a whole heap of things.
Yeah,
If you miss C, you miss a whole heap of things.
yeah,
How to teach a primary school kids how to play. Like it's different from the adult level. Like a B license and A license is totally different.
yeah. You're gonna strategy instead of their technique, and at that age, technique must be take precedence. See,
Right.
so that's the key.
And where you focus on the technical warm up have to be
Yeah.
very important. I thought they mark it on point and jump here. Like technical warm up, Bridging, if you don't get that partner right, you get zero. You have to get that partner right. And you're not getting a theory test, you're strictly practical because that's where you have to apply,
What you
the
know, yeah?
session.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where you have to do and if the youth them look like them now learn a zero again, you have to make sure. So, and a joke thing, the coaching thing and a joke thing, and Sir Speed, I forget a lot of respect for that. But a lot of people, Sir Speed, them feel a way with who are teach the course. Like, I try to encourage them to tell them, say, hey, it's not about because teaching and coaching are two different things what people don't understand,
I agree.
Teaching and coaching are two different things. But a lot of people say, boy, the principle of coaching, Sir Speed just play since that and get 6, 7 years love. He only fair teach me football. He can't teach me football, he mean nothing.
So even Pep lose big matches already. Sir Alex Ferguson lose big match already. So what am I trying to say? Top coaches can lose matches. I don't understand what I mean.
A lot of them in the comment section right now, because I have the big conversation with them. I'm going to try to educate them and say to them, say, hey, even a madman on the road I can learn from.
No. But you now forget it. So extreme. Look here. The professor, people who teach at college and university are professors. Nobody will employ them and give them one big job to run a corporation. Who noticed that? So the professors but that them teach everybody who run the corporations then.
Collaboration.
But then again, no. It's like so that is a nonsense statement. It's like, what I learned just the other day, and you keep on learning things, I never know that every medical breakthrough was done by a doctor under 30. Old man of medical breakthrough, it's always the young kids them. So you probably just say, why would I want to learn nothing from Mark Zuckerberg? He don't know nothing. Don't you? I probably said that before him come with Facebook. You see, it don't make no sense. So you don't need to be accomplished to be able to know things and teach things, Not go so. That's not how the world go. The world actually, the brilliant ideas come from people who are inquisitive and have an aptitude for the certain things. So we can teach you. So I'm sure if I go up against some finance wizard professor, you make me look stupid. But people in a corporate Jamaica may run big companies, financial things with big companies. And they would make me look stupid by knowledge alone, So, but them would make them do it. You see the equivalency. So teaching and coaching, actual physical coaching is nothing. Oh, by the way, when I was doing my ALS, who I studied as a coach that I want to study was Richard Williams. That is Serena and Venus' father. I didn't study a football coach, You know why I studied him? He never saw any talent in Serena or Venus Williams. He just said them have to play tennis. And him start from 4. He was very interesting. So look, and that man never even played tennis himself. How did he bring those?
That is true. That's a good point. Never
Yeah.
know not more tennis. Never play the sport. They decide to say that was the best route for them to make it somewhere. Pick up some 4-year-old girls and decide to do something.
Yeah. Actually, him saw somebody playing tennis on TV and said, that's what I want my next, I think is King, Regina King, I think, a black tennis player. And him say, okay, that's what I want my daughters them to do. So these fallacy argument, don't cut it, don't cut it. Wenger never was a big baller. He was one of the best coaches. Sir Alex Ferguson then saying he can't set out Cohen. You ever hear that? Saying if you tell him to set out on session, he can't be. But he was one of the most successful manager ever. So let us that need to put away people and smoke it somewhere.
Mile Uncut say, what if you have a bachelor's in coaching and admin? What level can you coach?
We'd have to see the curriculum and then match them up and then we'd know. Okay. That's what we do when somebody says they have some coaching qualification. Before we say, okay, give us the curriculum where you go through, we match it up to see what the topics you did. Because you could have it, but suppose you don't coach the topics where we have in even a D license. You have to do it over. Suppose you never see the moments yet in your life. Like I never see the 4 moments of the game until 2018, as long as me a coach and go to so much other courses. It was never, or even for sight, it was never broken down like that to me. So clearly, we would have to do a course like that, no matter what we have.
Is all in say, Mr. Speed, Cavalier seemingly getting bigger in our region. Are there any plans to get your own stadium and training facility?
We have our training facility where we train. A lot of people believe that you must have a stadium. AC Milan and Inter Milan and well, if a big team don't own a stadium, they play in rented facilities and they are world powers. If you want to know a little bit of our business, that's we're not trying to get any stadium soon because even people who have the stadium, they're not able to keep them up to the standard. One thing you can tell, Cavalier play on the best surfaces, in the best stadiums, in the best facilities when it's our home game. So we'll continue to do that until we can afford to do something like that, which our goods them cost about 90,000 US dollars, right? It's not cheap. So we don't see us reaching that anywhere near that yet. What we're trying to do is to have residential facilities. That is what we're working on now. And we did bought one recently, so we can house our players. Getting a field to train on is the least problem, and getting a field to play matches on is the least of the problem. That infrastructure we're investing in now. So we'll be able to have our own place, our own room where we can show videos. Players come there and sit down and watch, and that's what we're investing in right now.
That's for the first team or the academy?
Well,
That's
it's for all teams basically.
okay.
The Antiguan, Mr. Rhodes, sent me a message to ask you a question. CFU needs to have more tournaments beside the U14 boys and girls. The U17 World Cup is every year after 2025, and CONCACAF has 7 World Cup spots. Those 7 spots most likely will go to North and Central American countries. The Caribbean will be left behind. So CFU need to have different age group tournaments.
And CFU does. We're going to some of them in the summer. They do have under 14 girls, under 15 boys. So they do have their tournaments. It's 8 spots though. And look here, it 8 up from 4. I can't be complaining about that right now. I think it gives us a better chance to get there, and we should just take it. I mean, that to me is not the issue. Our issue is always preparation. And I can say here proudly that for the first time, our under 17 team will be in training for almost a year because the tournament is next year, January. And you see, we have played practice game already with our under 17 team. We're going to Europe, we're going to US in the summer. So this is what going to be one of our best prepared under 17 team. The JFF has an under 17 competition, elite competition starting on Sunday. Again, players will be able to keep active. So to me, things are looking up. In addition, we're trying to send a team to Malbo for the under 15. Now, that under 15 team is supposed to play in 2026. And we're sending an under 14 team to Cayman that will play in 2027. So you see what happened? We have one
Yes.
3 years preparing, one team 2 years, and one team 1 year. Never happened before in the history of Jamaica. And we have a national academy now, which open 5 day a week, so players come there and train all the time. Things looking up.
Yeah,
All right,
Mr.
so
Speed.
hold on,
Hold on, Mr. Speed. Because since when the case of U17, I saw you touch on it a bit. That thing with the PFJL has started with the UDP, the Youth Development Program, sponsored by Malta. I know you're basically the head of the project. You're spearheading that. And I know at one point before the announcement, you were saying it will be mandatory for all 14 Premier League teams to happen. And a while it was hard to think all 14 teams would have been it. How disappointing is that it only came down to 4 teams, really?
No. That particular project is not my project. The one that
Okay,
we
okay.
were trying to marry it with my project. My project is
Mm.
the elite youth under 17, and we're trying to marry both of them. But the JPL people didn't want. They wanted some other things which I wasn't interested in. So the one that is starting Sunday, not this Sunday coming, is the jump is JFF under 17 Elite Youth League. We have 10 teams in there.
Hmm.
Remember, we have Mount Pleasant, Waterhouse, Cavalier, Harborview, Portmore,
Oh,
Peters.
so there are more than one.
Yeah, Petersfield, Reno. No. The other
Okay.
thing is some practice thing between 4 clubs. That's not,
Okay.
we're not interested in that. We are interested in national development. So when they carry it down to that, we say, okay, we're out. We're doing our own.
Okay. That was a confusion because
Yeah.
I was wondering
Because
oh, Cavalier wasn't in it.
as
Yeah.
I saw
No,
fixtures as well.
no, but that was a raffle for the 4 teams. Because they said they only had money for 4 teams. So that's not our thing.
No man, the fixtures with Peterson and everybody else.
Yeah, that is our thing. That is
Mm.
JFF, an elite youth competition, not professional football. Professional football, they raffle something and put in 4 teams. No, and as you quite rightly say, how could you leave out Cavalier when in our 32-man squad, 9 players who start come to our academy in our match that we played. 9 came to our academy. The 5 that came on, 4 of them came to our academy. Played for us either before they are a teenager or while they were a teenager. On the bench, the 4 that didn't come on played for us as a teenager. The 11 that didn't make the squad, 10 of them, or that 12, 10 of them are teenagers. So if you say you have a league and win it, that doesn't even make no sense. That's ridiculous. So
Mm.
so the JFF, we decided we wanted to have an elite youth competition to aid the under 17 World Cup preparation. Right? That's how you prepare for World Cup, not just a camp. They have to be playing games. So now we know that the good 15-year-olds will be playing, the good 16-year-olds will be playing that competition, and the good 17-year-olds. So that gives us really a springboard to help with the development. So we'll have a better chance of qualifying in those competitions. We
So
are
it's
disappointed that only 10 teams entered. We wanted 28 teams to enter.
So it starts.
how
It
many
starts this
teams?
Sunday.
We wanted 28. It starts Sunday. Who is eligible to enter now is all the tier 1 and tier 2 teams, Premier League and Championship teams. They are the ones who are eligible to enter.
I
So
think
Mr.
Mr.
All
Speed,
right.
right?
Yeah. Go
I
ahead.
think honestly that that this especially at the under 17 level should be mandatory.
It is in the rule, say it's mandatory, so I don't know what will
Mandatory.
happen if they're not.
You're supposed to pay a fine not to file a team
I think
Yeah.
so.
10 teams only. Kind of
because
disappointing.
this is development. It don't make no
But
sense
no,
up
you're
here.
right. So what? Let me give you one thing. Right? That's why I know that some people not serious about football, right? And then
Hold on, the
people,
Sir Speed. I call you. Hold on, the Sir Speed. Mr. Roach again. Yes, Mr. Roach.
This is good day again. It's me again.
Yeah, no
I
problem.
did. Mr. Speed did answer the question that I WhatsApp you, right? But I don't really too like it, and this is the reason why. A lot of countries in the Caribbean may not be well prepared, like how Speed outlined that Jamaica is going to go through. However, if, for example, you have the qualifiers coming up for the under 17, it is also very prudent for CFU to get enough Caribbean countries qualified for the World Cup. And what we could do is have a tournament before the qualifier, so people understand where this team stand in terms of the quality, where they need to tweak, so they could get a better chance of going through. Because Mr. Speed said the under 17 is going to travel Europe and play a lot of friendly games, and that's good. But suppose if instead of they traveling to Europe, they will play like a CFU under 17 tournament, prepare themselves for the qualifier. That also can work. And this can help capacity throughout the Caribbean, because we need to get a lot of Caribbean countries qualify the World Cup, any age level. So how do we go about it collectively? And that's very, very important. Understand? Because I listen to Jamaican content to get educated and to see what work and what do not work. But when we get a lot of exposure, because one of the things that Antoine said on Management Show is that throughout the world, from age 7 to 13, all of the players across the world is equal, sort of equal. But from age 13 to 18, there's a big gap because those countries get to expose their players so they can develop faster and better. And that's the sort of concept that I want to implement. I would like to see implement. Listen up here.
All right. Sir Speed.
Yeah, no, I'm not against what he's saying. He's correct. He's 100% correct. What I missed out was to say that because of the lack of those tournaments, why we have to look at other methods to prepare our team for World Cup qualifying. Because the USA and the Canada and those people, they are doing these type of tours because they have the resources to do it. So for us to compete with them, yes, we have to do these tours and start preparation. No, but I agree with him 100% that more should be done in the Caribbean. Like for instance, CONCACAF built, and them going probably don't like me, but CONCACAF built a huge facility in Dominica Republic, right?
Yes.
I am saying why one is not in Eastern Caribbean. So that means if one of those facilities was in Eastern Caribbean, then all those 10 teams that is on that little belt there could have regular tournament because the cost of traveling to that facility wouldn't be so great because the cost of traveling, uh, um, to get these things done is difficult. So the Eastern Caribbean could have a tournament. The Lesser Antilles, the Greater Antilles could have a tournament here. Then we do have. I agree with him. We should probably have 2, 3 tournaments in CFU before we go on to the CONCACAF tournament. So I agree with you. Don't think I'm in disagreement with you. The reason why we have to look at other things to compete with those juggernauts, we definitely have to find ways to get the matches that is required to compete with them. So I'm not in a disagreement. I just left off a part.
Yeah.
Continue with the U17 league that is starting, Mr. Speed. Is there any promotion, any at least a IG page for it or anything so they can get exposure for it so people can get more interested?
I don't know. Some of the things I'm kind of too busy for do, but I understand where you're going. What I really want to do is to get like somebody to film the games and show them and show them, even on the YouTube space to get some promotion. I don't know. I'm not in
A
charge of
link. You could have
I'm
link.
not-
You can link unseen sports. You can link
yeah.
military Guna.
And that's really, and I'm throwing it out that you guys should just film the match.
Yeah, man.
Nobody has to tell them send me their permission because the truth is, at this particular point, I'm not in charge of marketing, but I can see how important it is to have these games, being televised and people seeing them.
All right, jump in. We could go to the game. Cause when I go to the
Yes,
game,
yeah,
you know,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
game,
A lot
game
to talk
important.
about.
Hey, and people, anytime Sir Speed come on the program with a question from all about, can't move from his seat. Anyway, all right. So to the game now. Playing at Mount Pleasant in the final at Jam Pack Stadium. A lot of nerves, young team, but full of experience, in my opinion. Pundit saying, because I hear you say, well, I think I wish everybody still have me as a what I say now, as the team who will not win. You understand me? You hear Mr. Speed easy, because all the pundits saying that, we're gonna lose this game. I think 3 or 4 of and them think they, you understand me? But you win the game. What when you're talking those things, what went through your mind, Sir Speed?
No, I mean, look, oh, as I say, when I read, so for instance, I don't want to give away too much secrets, but for instance, it don't even matter to me because I like when people think that they know what to do and come hard because
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it
So
only makes me better,
you think
right?
the underdog tag suit your
Yeah,
team?
underdog tag. Yeah, underdog tag.
We never thought we were on the underdog though, because I'm gonna tell you why. We have seen some games that Mount Pleasant play, like with Veer and they struggle. We have seen them struggle in Arnett Garden some of the time. So we just did the research and look at who they struggle against and why. So we had that. you know the old saying, I believe in Jesus, but after that, give me data. You
Yeah,
ever hear that saying it?
yeah. Give me data.
Yeah, after Jesus, give me data. Me no want hear nothing about nothing else if I not
Unless you
data.
have facts. Go back
Yeah,
it.
me no want hear, right. So, and I do believe in God too. After that, just give me data. So we did our work and we look at when they struggle, where they don't struggle. We were very mindful of their record too, which we discussed before, how much goal they score, how much goal scored against them. So one of the things we know that the possession game was one of the reasons why teams don't score against them because they have so much possession. So it's difficult for you to score when you don't have the ball, right? We all know that. Yeah. So one of our thing was we say, okay, them beatable. Not care how good a team is, there's always a way. The person who created football is a genius. You know? You can't get everywhere.
He's a rich
And
man. He's a rich man.
he's a genius. That's all I know him is a genius. And it's the collective people, because we know it's not one person. Yeah, the collective is a genius. Incidentally, we always have this thing in the back of our mind. FIFA changed the rules in the last 4 years about 100 and odd times, nearly 200 times. But there's three things where they're not trouble. You have to use 11 players. The size of the field don't change, and you score goal the same because goal post no move. So, so I don't know why anybody believes that anybody must win. And it's not like they're playing against a team that came 12th. They're playing against a team that came second. So it was just
Man,
really ridiculous all the time. We said we can't win. You know?
straight disrespect, man. Straight
Yeah.
disrespect.
Yeah.
You know,
I will beat them in the season with
I
10
would have
points.
said, I would have said disrespect. You know, when you spend a certain amount of money and you buy the best players. I would say some of the best players, some of the best players in the
no,
league.
unseen. People are talk about 4 love and 5 love got
No,
drop.
them can't talk when them a talk, but me and you know, can we keep on reminding them, you know?
Yeah.
Because one thing, all right. So I was talking to Sir Paul Christie. You know, I think he made a some big changes at one place. You know, one of the best managers I've seen for a long while, right? And he's saying that I'm saying to him that remember Cavaliers history versus you. Cavaliers have more wins than you guys. You understand me? And he's saying that it's dead even between when he is at um Mount Pleasant. You understand me? So I say no. I put in a context. No matter if you did it, you just come. Cavaliers have it. Well, he must say, boy, you know. So he might try convince himself, say, you know, maybe on head to head, Mount Pleasant are the better team. So you have to give him that. You understand me? And him right in a way where when him just come. Right, Jean Pierre.
Yeah,
But
man.
at the end of the day, people always remember that Cavaliers head to head is a better team than Mount Pleasant.
I wouldn't even go that far now because Speed alluded to himself. This I look at the season series more than the head-to-head overall. So you look at this season, and while in the first game at Sabina, more Pleasant had a good run of the game, and the red card never helped Cavalier at all. But the fact that Cavalier was still able to rally and win that game speaks well against your tactics against Mount Pleasant. I don't count the second game as Speed said because them did dead on the legs. I was right after I think Cincinnati, so I couldn't count that game really. So analyzing the first game, while they have issues with the likes of Campbell and Guthrie, but the fact that they were able to still weather the storm and come back with 10 men bode well for me. So I'm one of the few people to believe Cavaliers going to win this game.
That's true. But one of the things about us is that even with our flexibility, remember, every time this is the third time playing Mount Pleasant in a playoff game, and we have this fourth, and we have third up to that point, and we had 1-1. Remember the first year we played him for third and fourth, when we were like playing Nicky with Deer, we had like peer kids, and we still won that game in the stadium. So we are a team that adapt very well. Even if you play us off the park one time, when you come back next time,
Yeah,
we,
yeah.
we will adapt and find a way. We have this winning mentality that people seem to underestimate. So I mean, so we never thought that we would lose, and that's the key. And let me tell you when we know say, and football is both mental and physical. Let me tell you when we know say we win by whatever means necessary. When I came back to training the Tuesday morning after the semi-final win, and I was saying to the players then, well, the players then said two things to me. Hear them, coach. You say just go and like say we are hotted. Coach, oh you bad up the man them with the ball, so that I first thing I said, right? So me say, no man, me that defend your rights. Can me play it down. So me and them, so me I say, all right, but clap on yourself still for win come a final. No man no clap. A one man clap. And our man just transfer come to the club. Man I say, coach, after we know win not yet. Is a friend and tell me that? Me not even need to say. Because me know say now they mind the right thing of the game.
Yeah, yeah.
This is 2 days after the semi-final big victory, Then say, coach, after we know win not yet. And that probably come from our lessons that we learned by losing 3 straight final. So now them as a coach, we always did happen before. So even I didn't even have to take them out of that frame of mind. Which tell me, say, all right, that's my time to prepare them now. Because them don't have a frame of mind.
You said you always thought he will win. So after actually in the game when Thomas hit the post, and then the couple minutes later see that fluff shot by Campbell going in. You never at that point think say my guy is not gonna be overnight. And now at no point you thought that.
No. I know we're going to. I was thinking about making some adjustments. I was just thinking about making some adjustments now. And instead I try to contain, like, okay, so let me give you an idea. I always thought the match when I was going to come from either Topi or Sule Makala. They were going to do something and win the match. Not that they must score the goal, they were going to probably provide a pass or Sule, in Sule case, him could score kind of a lot of assists and a lot of goals, 7. I mean, most by any defender for the season. And Topi was the one who picked out Campbell for that first goal. So Topi is a dangerous customer. Can come in both offensive and defensively in good. So I thought so I was trying to contain them mostly, right? Never make them get in the action. So like come up too much. And I use business to stop him. So and then attack the right, so the coach would start say, oh, maybe we should maybe you should have gone and stand up and don't bother attack someone. So it was a well thought out plan to get Sule out of the game because he might probably the most player when in the big games and when nothing now go on for them. And then eventually when I put Jalmar Calvin over there, him just go play left back basically. Right? So because everybody afraid of Jalmar Calvin in a way. So that was kind of part of the plan how to deal with them. So we had a real good plan, and if you notice in the first half, we did get the chances on the right side. We could have really damaged it. So it was really a plan. And as I said, one of their strength was to use Sule to inverted wing back and doing things from there. Our thing was okay, so let us focus on him since I him had the strength. Oh, so when him are playing to him strength, why him play weak? And we know say the right side we can always come on with the whole day. So I mean football not that hard for work out, if people understand how to do it. Then also when him say busy there, him know say if he go too far and busy counter, him dead. Him not there's no comeback for comeback. So him can't go neither. Him have to just catch and so at the time.
Mr. Speed, that the same thing we said to my friend beside. We said, Sola Makala in this game have to be very disciplined defensively. Can't want like him want invert at the midfield all the while and run left. Him tried it a couple times, but when the breakout, you see if we clinical upon the counter them, about
With a 2 goal up in our first half.
Yeah.
Some good save by Davis.
Indiscipline one at a time. I wish if busy they make better choices in passing.
Yeah.
Calvin that
And
scored.
Calvin never need to kick the shot there because we had 2 people running in. All he matter was place it to the far post. I think we'd get the 2 based on where everybody. He never had to take the shot. He just carry it in and pass it over to the
when we look at that clip though, still Calvin should have the first touch. Calvin should have put himself in front of What name again? Sole.
Just push it first with enough pace so the keeper can't get it, and then if the keeper come out, him just slap it home. But you're right.
Right.
I agree.
So him look back now, him can reflect.
The one that busy have to him shouldn't cross it to Daxel. Him should have get in the box long time because Daxel was running away from him. Daxel never come to him, so he could have carried on more on Daxel to the one where Daxel head out for a corner. And then, as me say, the goalkeeper, the one where him saved, on his Sunday could have saved the one the one with the header from him.
Man, that first one, man.
Yeah. Any other
what reaction, man?
Yeah.
I level save, man. I level save.
Probably the best keeper in the league right now. Really good.
He is. He might be in a Barkley.
I think he was the man of the match in my eye. From more pleasant. Him.
Shaquan Davis?
Yeah. I don't think anybody else could have get it. Then we work out something. And I just bad marking making square goal because Lancashire still have him. You know. We work out Devante and we know same look on the flank. We just don't give him the flank.
I think the keeper, that goal, that
Same was
was
unsighted.
It was unsighted, man. It was a fluff shot. It even like it got a little bit of deflection, but it was definitely unsighted.
And then it dropped first and boom, it go high first and then it drop it roll like you know. And that's why
Yeah,
it
yeah,
nine body.
yeah. It was a surprise, yes, but it was.
no, but I think no, like how the ball come across him, should at least carry himself over a little bit more. So if it go, him can go down in time, but him there a little bit far away.
No,
So
he
by the time
can't
he
go
drop
down yet.
himself, he
He
got
can't
already
go
know.
down till the guy kick the ball. Because the guy could have gone near post, you know. So
Yeah, he can go the opposite side. So I wouldn't want him to really cheat.
No, I mean, when him kick the ball, remember, when him kick the ball now, the ball now go fast, you know. Him could have go over. And when the ball miss, when him hurt
Ming
Ming,
miss.
that time him go down. When the ball hit me, him go
Or
down.
it could have deflect on Ming too, because I'm not even sure.
Too late, you know. But
Yeah.
Sego, gone already. But Sir Speed, my analysis of the game, one, the matchups. A lot of people think the matchups are far apart, right? So you look at, say you match up the two goalkeeper, them not far apart. King, best centre back in Jamaica. Ming, one of the best centre back in Jamaica. Mount Pleasant, don't have them best centre back. Two of them, Cummins and Dyer, right? So to me, that's so.
In a
I say,
count two,
when
in a
people
count
are
two as
really
the
at
top
talk
two.
about Jean-Pierre,
In a
say,
count two as the top two centre
yeah,
back.
then now you're gonna put on you start a wing back now with Austin, who injured over the couple of months and I play
Yeah,
that
but
a game.
Austin, you know, was a picking a national team before he got Mount Pleasant, you know. So
Yeah, but
don't
remember him
but,
come from a serious injury where him not get a lot of game time. So
yeah, but
Who
him
would
cook
you?
on the game, in my opinion, now gonna be 100. I saw me look on it.
Yeah,
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 but it's
yeah, it
their
was
choice.
okay.
Like, them
It was
also
okay.
have Krakow. When they could have put
But they never put Krakow.
Yeah,
them could have put Krakow left back and put Sula right back. So it's their choice. I mean, I'm not going to make no excuse to them. They put out what them think was best.
No, man, Mr. Speed, I have to ask you. Well, Mr. Speed, I have to ask you because the biggest shock to me on that Mount Pleasant lineup. I have to ask you as the opposing coach. I mean, can see a smile. So you know me at talk about already. How you did think when Shandy James was in the lineup, a player in our team?
That was a
What came to your mind when you see James right there in the lineup? Because it
You
shocked
know,
me.
honestly, I thought it was the next James on Trinidad. And I did just look
I
and say
thought so
James, you
too.
know.
Yeah.
It's when the match started, I realized but the truth is, my, you know, it was probably a blessing in disguise I didn't have Ronaldo Barrett, you know, because I would have started. And what happened was that Cadet, though, is a different type of central midfielder. Who was the one who was entrusted? Whosoever them put there, because I wasn't sure who them going to put there. He would have take care of that person. So there was really somebody to take care of him still, even if it was the other James. And Cadet is highly intelligent. He might look slow, but he's highly intelligent. I mean, one of the most intelligent player in our league. So, but Shandy, to me, when he was at Hornet doing and Portmore, I had a lot of time for him doing. I thought he was a top quality player. You know, I don't know what happened. Him not supporting anymore. But him not a 10 though. Him clearly is either probably more of a 8 or a 6. I never see him as a 10. I was
Shandy's
shocked.
at 8.
I was shocked.
He's
He's
more
at
of
8.
8, but he was clearly looking like he never played much this season. So he never look much sharp. To see him coming in one final now, intense game like this was a bit surprising.
Yeah, true. True. But maybe he was doing something in training that
Yeah.
appealed to them. That's all I
But Sir Spirit, I'm going into the midfield now. I am match up midfielders. So you have what's his name again? That old midfielder from Mount Pleasant.
Howell,
Yeah, versus a cadet, and then you have
Demar Phillips.
Demar Phillips. Me personally, you know, Demar Phillips. I don't know what is happening, but the level on him there right here as a national player, take time to come down. Like you know what happened, but now play like he used to play. You understand me? Now play. Normally when Demar Phillips are playing, the man they carry the ball forward, you know, and a pass and a split lines and all them thing there.
That
You get
might
me?
be a coaching choice because I saw a lot more this season. He's more like a facilitator, right? He was more the person that tick the ball over than necessarily to hold on to it and carry it. So that might be Whitmore's idea of what he wants from him this season. Because you're right, last year he was more driven with the ball and all of that, tried to create more stuff. This year he was playing in that number 8 role, but he didn't really go too far. His job was simply to take the ball over, keep possession, take it over.
Right. But again, you're talking like your traditional way. I never need the midfield. It's a fallacy that you win the midfield, you win the match. That's not happening anymore.
I know you not really play through your midfield
No,
because
I can't. No, but I can.
You
I
can.
decide when I want to.
what I mean is you have a tactics where King slide in the midfield and do the passing.
We have two of the best defensive passer in that. Well, not two, three are the best defensive passer in that league. Gada Irving can pick a pass from a lot far distances. Ming same, King same.
And then
So
Mount Pleasant play right in the trap because they have one man up here so play number 9 who is not a number 9 and him alone I try to fetch for the ball. Him a play this low block thing.
no, well,
When
you see
King try to
again.
midfield now, him have a lot of space to pick left, pick right.
No, you see again. And I don't mind sharing saying this publicly because I would like them fix it. Because I help them to score more goal than them. When them building up an inverted wing back, them have 5, and then Demar Phillips go down and make 6. That's fine. Let them stay down there. That's fine. They are right in front of me. I'm seeing them.
Yes.
So they only have 4. It's a numbers game. So if we've now 5 people back, them isolate. It's hard
Mount
for
Pleasant.
it's hard for them to score a lot of goals when them be like that. And that is the
And
reason. And that is the reason why them only score 37 goals.
I was just about to say the entire issue they have all season is conversion because they will create some chances, but when you have basically one attacker sometime in the box against 4 defenders, it less a chance to score more goals.
Difficult. And once we tweak our formation and didn't go with the remember we always use a trio in attacking position whenever we think the match gonna be difficult. When we go the trio, we use a trio up front. This time using 4 we spread across the pitch and able to war anywhere across the pitch. And they also know of the threats that those 4 people bring. So them have to really keep back players so they're not able to so they can go push up. The Mara Phillips are come back for the ball, because we have that high press. So it just throw off them game. And as I said before, once we identify what their strengths were, we go after the strengths.
What other people look at? They look at even the match that you lost up by Jackson. Let me keep on telling people say, hey, remember them just come from foreign players them tired. Can't use that. You understand me?
Oh,
Yeah,
and by the way, you see the argument about the ball, it surfaced right again because Mount Pleasant was supposed to play us the Monday. And them say it's their home game and them insisted play the Sunday. You see what happened there? And then Arnett Garden was supposed to go down to Montego Bay to play in a double that Monday night. And they said they now go because it's their home game, they play it at their house. So insisting on just a ball alone, you can't say that is really frivolous where people make a big thing out of that because everybody claim their home advantage right throughout the season. And just to go back again, Cavalier probably only play 1 match at Stadium East. Every other match will play away to some other bench to facilitate the television game. So that is why when people say this team come number 1 and Cavalier come number 2, brother, if we were at our home game, we come all 0. I mean 0, meaning a number that come before 1.
Yeah. But for real though, tactically, you're a spot on. Even when you put on Stain, you put on Allen, and then you're contemplating about penalty shootout.
I thought no.
You call the
They are
coaches.
the no. They are the ones who gave up first. You have to look upon changes and understand how they interpret them. When they took off Demara Phillips and bring who they bring on?
James.
Yeah, Shaw, they brought on Shaw.
Shaw, who was another defensive player. They went to 2 number 6. So they are the ones that decided they don't want to score more goal first.
I was surprised. It was surprising.
Plan. Then take off Phillips, put on Shaw.
They went to number 6. Them take off the 8 and go to a 6. That, as I said, if you study at
Sends message.
you realize even if them all say no, it don't matter what them say. Because football is not what you say, is what you do. So if him take off a 8 and put on a 6, what he's saying, block it up, nobody can concede no more. Isn't that what he's saying?
Mid block.
Although to credit to Whitmore, Shaw was playing more box to box though. He was trying to float between going back and forward, but it's not his strong suit really.
Exactly. It don't even matter what I'm trying to do.
Mid block.
Yeah, he's not that. He's a 6. So
One forward up.
once them do that, I knew that. So what I did to counter was take out my stationary midfielder.
Just get it.
And put in Allen,
Yeah,
who will
yeah.
run to try and counter that move, because in my mind, in go stationary too like this. So I just put it. I don't
There
need
were 1-1 at that time?
Hmm?
Or there were one love up?
No, man, it was 1-1 when they
1-1,
give up.
okay.
In the 78th minute. You check about the game. 78th minute, they give up. I said them up play for it. Them now concede. They no one concede. I went for Allen. Well, Allen usually sometime in pop up and score, but it never work out still. But, yeah, that's how it goes. That's why it was harder for us to break them down afterwards, because them really had 2 number 6 in front of the back line screening. We saw now that the weakness. So once we got Soleto stay, then we start to go overlap with Gadiel. So if you not notice, Gadiel started to come up the left side a little bit more.
Yep, that's true.
We try to see if we could pry them up over there. I think Gadiel rushed one of the cross to him, get behind them. But it never materialized.
I saw there was a clear plan for Devonta Campbell. Can you explain for me what exactly you guys did to nullify him for most of the game?
Again, is there's a type of defending that the Dutch use. It's called right there again, resting back 4.
Yeah.
We just did overboard and did a resting back 5, which was with Cadet, and we made sure that there was no space behind us to run from either side. Neither Kim wanted to do it nor him. We just made there was no space to run, so they had to be cutting it. But as I say, it was poor marking that allowed him to score that goal, because we should still have picked him up when him come in. The same player should have picked him up. But that's what we tried to do, make sure that there was no runs behind.
Jump in. That's why I can't beat speed when I go against him. Because I'm an A-list and I'm just see though. Can't beat.
They did well.
Hey, I never know sense of time fly fast. We only have 3 minutes. We can't believe 3 minutes. I don't know why we come for the software, but we only have 3 minutes. I have to shut it down. Oh my God. But
Okay.
anyway, it was a good one. I've been Sir Speed. I just think that, you're really outsmart Mount Pleasant this time around. They were in a little difficulty with their 2 centre backs out. But I think with the quality that they have, they should have, perform a little bit better in my opinion. I think they got ranked in the season where they offload one of their best strikers, which is Marlon Allen, I think. It opens avenue for other teams to beat them still. It's good for Cavaliers.
Yeah.
But
and all that we did never must work, That's how football is. But when you do the better things, then you try. So even every single player that they had coming on, we worked out when they come on what is the likely impact of what we're going to do. We did all of that numbers, and it's hard work, but it pays off.
Yeah. Jean Pierre, you have to say last spot of the show.
Yeah, man. They said only a few people who thought he would win, so we probably deserve a jersey too.
A 2-person.
Who is this other person?
Unseen.
Unseen, yeah.
Always. We're not. Yeah.
All right, but yeah, man. Well done again, Mr. Speed. I honestly thought you guys were deserving of it. So I look forward to the Caribbean Cup to see what you guys do.
Thank you.
Sir Speed, the last thing.
No. Just thanks to all the people who supported the fans and everybody. And it's true that Jean Pierre was the only one that said we're going to win in public. So other people come afterward and say them know we are win, but they never say it in a public.
No, I never said it in public. Jean Pierre said it publicly, Yeah, even with the percentage of people who vote for. I say some things, I said, Jesus Christ. No, sir.
So I don't
mad.
I don't think they'll probably do it again.
Travel guy the match is a Mount Pleasant fans me travel with him, man. The first goal scoring now, be a shot to get it up. I say, watch what go on. Don't worry yourself.
Again, I must tell you that hats off to Peter Good and Amanda Good, who are really more players are my friends when the people, the owners are my friends. I mean, I really appreciate them too, respect them, and I'm happy they are in the Premier League because they make it better. And I just hope next year you have a trilogy. That's all I can finish.
right. People there have it. Sir Speed was on and you're giving his insight on the game and a lot of things about football um, internationally, Jamaica. So big up on yourself. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for supporting Unseen Sports and the Cavaliers football channel. Please to subscribe, like and share. Jampiel fan as well. And we are going to be out in a couple of seconds because the software is going to shut down. You understand me? Have to go and buy the package. You understand? But it's great. It's great. It's a great feeling to be here and doing these type of works for football lovers in Jamaica and in the Caribbean and all over the world. Big up on yourself, and we are going to be out.